Hello, everyone. This is Rick Latona, and this is the open house presentation of SoloStream.com. I'm joined by Mike Durkin. Mike, thanks for joining.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rick. I'm excited to talk about our company today.
Great. A little housekeeping before we get into it. For those that are listening and have questions, please use the GoToMeeting, or in this case, GoToWebinar software. Type the question. If I know that there's going to be a section of the presentation about that question, I may wait to ask it until we get to that section. I may ask it right away, or I may ask it at the very end in the question and answer session, but I will try to get it asked. With that, we are looking at a business that does $374,000 in revenue with the $590 asking price. We'll get more into the financial stuff later. I think probably the best way to start this call, like all the calls, would be for the seller to just tell us all about what in general the site's about and why you started it and when you started it. So Mike, enlighten us.
Sure thing. Thanks, Rick. SoloStream is a WordPress theme developer and marketer. We've been in business since selling themes concentrated since 2007, and a little bit of the story is I actually purchased the company or the site from a graphic designer developer who stumbled into WordPress themes but had no interest in building out a business. So I purchased it from him in 2008, and I've been operating the company with some contractors since that time. SoloStream is one of the longer termed vendors in the space. We've been there through a lot of ups and downs in the WordPress community, mostly ups, and we service thousands of customers at this point. And the business is relatively straightforward. It primarily involves 1, creating themes, 2, supporting them, and 3, marketing them. So that in a nutshell is the business.
All right. Thanks very much. So,
You have any questions at this point, Rick?
not yet. I'm just going to run through some screenshots. Maybe we can elaborate a little more on some of these. Like right here, I just took this little shot because I saw that you had a members area. What's in the members area? What do you get for it?
Sure thing. There are 2 ways you can purchase a product from us. One is an individual theme license. We sell those for $59 per theme right now, which is, I would say, right in the middle of the price point for what's available in the WordPress market. There are some cheaper, there are some more expensive. We've stayed right in the middle on an individual theme basis. Through the years, we had customers express an interest in purchasing more than 1 theme, but they didn't want individual theme licenses. They wanted, quote-unquote, a membership or a club. So in September of 2012, we put together a bundle which for $129 for 12 months or $99 for 3 months, a customer can purchase access to all of our themes, as well as, while their membership is active, receive support, upgrades, and any new theme released. Now, when we made the shift, or when we launched that membership program, we had to change the way we sold our digital assets. Originally, we were using a shopping cart called eJunkie, but moving to a membership program or offering a membership area wouldn't work on that platform, so we investigated various membership software packages, and we settled upon a software package called aMember. And when we made that decision, it required us to move all of our content delivery, individual theme licenses, and the membership to the aMember platform. So all of our customers, whether they purchase an individual theme or purchase a membership, receive a username and password at the time of purchase, which they then use to log in, and they go to a screen, which is we'll call it their landing page, which provides links to all of the themes they've purchased, tutorials, and access to the support forum. So everything is now controlled through the A-member software gateway.
Okay. And I see that you have an affiliate program. Is that productive?
I would definitely say yes, it's productive. It's probably generating, let's see, 20 to 30% of our sales at this point. I think there's an opportunity to really work with that. I have not myself taken the time to do so. I'm very busy with some of my other businesses, but I would definitely say that someone looking to purchase this business, there's a great opportunity there to develop affiliates. It's well known within the WordPress community that there are affiliates out there promoting the different offers, and I would definitely stick with it and probably even grow it going forward.
20-30% is actually pretty good. Do you promote it anywhere?
Frankly, we're not active. We do get inquiries. We do get people signing up all the time, but it's more initiated by people coming across our site or seeing someone else who's selling our themes. Again, I don't have a manager actively working it or myself.
And you don't have it entered into any bigger affiliate networks?
Not at this time.
Okay. I grabbed a screenshot of the analytics just for the last year to try to show how stable it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Depending on whether you're looking at uniques or visitors, it doesn't matter to me. I'd say our traffic has, never fluctuated more than 10% in a month over the last year or so. I mean, it's very, very steady. We do get some spikes with product launches from time to time, bring people in. So that's what you'll see. You can see when we hit one that people want to come in and see for sure. The other thing that also, it's not going to show up on these analytics, but we definitely saw some traffic uptake when we launched the new membership program.
So I didn't grab any screenshots about it, but I've got a couple people asking, about the various sources of traffic.
Sure.
What can you just kind of touch on where you think it's coming from?
Yeah, hang on one second. I can give you a pretty good breakdown on that. I would say that we're getting 42% of our traffic from referrals, 40% from Google organic listings, and direct traffic is about 18%.
And so referrals would just be links on other sites.
Exactly.
And is that pretty spread out, or is there a couple dominant sites that are sending you a lot of traffic?
There's one dominant site out there in the market that he does very well. He's our top affiliate, and he's well known in the WordPress community.
So to be 100% clear, it's not a site you own or control, and he is currently an affiliate, and he's getting paid for the traffic?
Yeah, actually he's fascinating because I've contacted him, and he will not work with anyone promotionally. What he does is he promotes based on the revenue he's getting into the company, and we're currently very highly ranked on that site.
But he does use your affiliate link. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
But
the point is,
you got to pay him.
No one can call him up and say, hey, I want to advertise on your site. It's strictly based on productivity.
Got it. So let's talk about the money side of things. The revenue comes from what sources?
90% of our revenue comes from the sale of individual themes or memberships. We also take in a small amount of service revenue. Our customers contact us through the forum, and they will ask or make requests beyond basic support. And I have a contractor who's the customer support manager, and he has the opportunity to make some extra money working those relationships. So that amounts to the majority of the other 10%, and we've got a very, very incidental amount of affiliate revenue and things like that.
Okay.
That's less than 1% of our revenue.
Got it. And the expenses?
The expenses are pretty straightforward. Breaking it down, the single largest expense is contractors, and I'm trying to, off the top of my head, I think we've got about $150,000 in expenses. I would say they were about $80,000 in salary or retainer or whatever, however you want to call it. And then the next large expense is paying out affiliates. That's really our marketing dollars at work. And then there are very, very few expenses, less than $10,000 for the year for running the site and all the administrative costs.
Okay. So if you would, walk us through a day in the life owning this thing. What do you do on a typical day?
Sure. The first thing I do in the morning is check email. The email will come from pre-sales questions to me. There's a contact form to do that, and I generally try and answer as many of those as I can.
Are there a lot of them?
I would say 5, 6, 7 a day is typical.
Okay.
We also get some feedback questions. Unfortunately, some of our customers decide to use the pre-sales form for technical support, so I'm not counting those in the responses, but those get either forwarded or they get requested to circle back through our forum. And then the other chunk of my time is talking to the or emailing with the two contractors to find out if anything has come up over the last 24 hours that they need support or direction on. I will also handle any, I would call it escalated customer service issues. People get upset or people want refunds. I will take care of those. But that's the typical morning routine. I'm also, I wouldn't call it daily, but I take care of the affiliates, getting them paid. I take care of all the financials for the company, and occasionally explore some marketing opportunities that we may want to pursue. I would say, roughly speaking, I spend 10 to 15 hours a week working on SoloStream.
So if someone was to ask you, what had you always wanted to do but you didn't have the time or resources to get to, or where do you see this thing years from now, how would you answer that question?
Great question. And I'm going to start off by saying, to understand SoloStream, for me, it's one company within a portfolio of other small web properties that I operate, and I'm not 100% focused on it. So that accounts for some of the reasons why I can't get to some of these ideas. So there's the preface. I would definitely focus on the affiliate programs. I would find someone who either has experience with that or hire a contractor to do that. I think there is definite potential growth there. The other area that I would explore, and we from time to time over the last few years ran some advertising, AdWords, etc., and we just never got that to click. It was not profitable for us, and perhaps it's time to return to that idea. It's not something that I'm personally interested in, but someone with that expertise could potentially, play the arbitrage game of spending on ads to generate income. The other thing that I would think about going forward, and this is the issue of product versus service and support, and it's a constant struggle for a customer who's like, I love this WordPress stuff and it looks great and they get into it, and then all of a sudden they got all sorts of questions that go beyond basic support. And if there was a way to capture that revenue stream, I think with a good reputation, a quality service business could be built up just on that alone. I personally think you could probably double the business on that. Obviously, the margins wouldn't be as good, but it's definitely an opportunity that's sitting right there. And then lastly, I would think about potentially for someone who's an active coder, you have a perfect audience for selling things like plugins if you wanted to develop premium plugins. So those would be the opportunities that I would explore, Rick.
Okay. So why are you selling the site?
Again, I have a number of different companies at this point in time. I'm finding myself just stretched too thin, and I think this is a very attractive package. It's done very well in the long term. I think it's a company that should generate some interest from a potential buyer. So when I look at my portfolio, I'm thinking, well, which of these could I keep, and which is the ones that potentially would, I think, be a very attractive candidate for a buyer. And that's where SoloStream is right now in our portfolio.
Got it. Well, Mike, I think you did an excellent job explaining everything, and I think it's all pretty intuitive. There's no questions waiting for us, which is usually a really good sign. If anyone does think of something else that they want to ask, they can either email the listing broker, Adam Beebe, at adam@latonas.com. My door is always open, rick@latonas.com, and we'll be happy to turn those answers around right away. But other than that, Mike, you did a fantastic job, and we really, really thank you for your time.
Terrific. Thanks, Rick.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Yep, bye-bye.